if I ever leave this world alive. Well, thank you for the things you did in my life.
Syrian 3 Oaks, McClellan. These pages are intended at their commencement to contain a record of new thoughts, when they occur, for a receptacle of all the old ideas that partial but peculiar peepings at antiquity can furnish or furbish. For tablet to save the wear and tear of weak memory, and in short, for all the various purposes and utility, real or imaginary, which are usually comprehended under that comprehensive title, Commonplace Book. I find myself often idle, vagrant, stupid, and hollow. This is somewhat appalling, and if I do not discipline myself with diligent care, I shall suffer severely from remorse and the sense of inferiority hereafter. All around me are industrious and will be great. I am indolent and shall be insignificant. Avert it, heaven, avert it. Virtue. I need excitement. I am reading Price on morals, and intend to read it with care and commentary. I shall set down here what remarks occur to me upon the matter, or matter of his argument. On the 56th page, Dr. Price says that right and wrong are not determined by any reasoning or deduction, but by the ultimate perception of the human mind. It is to be desired that this were capable of satisfactory proof, but as it is in the direction opposite to the susceptible philosophy, it cannot stand unsupported by strong and sufficient evidence. I will, however, read more and see if it is proved or no. I am sick. If I should die, what would become of me? We forget ourselves and our destinies and health, and the chief use of temporary sickness is to remind us of these concerns. I must improve my time better. I must prepare myself for the great profession I have purposed to undertake. Three-quarters of that I probably didn't understand any more than you did. You know how old Emerson was when he wrote those lines I just read to you? Take a guess. 16. He was 16 and 17 years old when he wrote those lines in his personal journals. What were we doing at 16 and 17 years old? I guarantee you I wasn't writing stuff like that. I guarantee you the depth of thought that was going on in Emerson's mind was not going on in mine. My depth of thought was limited to how much Rainier beer I could drink and getting laid and everything else. I dabbled in poetry, writing, at that age. nothing to that level. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because my question then becomes of what has our educational system brought to us? How has it evolved from the mid-19th century to today? Has it evolved for the better or for the worse? I mean, come on. It's not just Emerson. A lot of these people, when you look back at how they wrote and the things they were into and the standards to which they were set in terms of formal education, it's far and beyond anything that we have to know today. I mean, these kids were having to learn Greek and advanced mathematics, philosophy, art. I mean, truly the humanities that they were absolutely part of what they had to do. Languages. And I think they were just smarter for it. Of course, yes, we have more advanced technology now and all these things, and we're living better than they are. But whereas they focused on the humanities, we have focused on progress and technology, perhaps. Robbing ourselves and our children and our youth of a well-rounded education in these things. To be able to write and use the language as such, and be able to study and critically think about these works that he's referring to in here. And a personal journal. This was never meant to be published. These are his own thoughts to himself. So, I mean, if the complex thought and imagery that he's using in his personal journals gives you any idea as to the level with which he started to write on things that were intended to be published. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. I wrote a note in here. This is he says, why young America lacked fine art and literature. This was his ideas about this. He says, why is there no genius in the fine arts in this country? In sculpture, Greenough is picturesque. In painting, Alston. In poetry, Bryant. In eloquence, Channing. In architecture, in fiction, Irving. Cooper. In all, feminine, no character. First reason, influence of Europe, mainly of England. Second reason, they are not called out by the necessity of the people. Poetry, music, sculpture, painting were all enlisted in the service of patriotism and religion. The statue was to be worshipped, the picture also. The poem was a confession of faith, of vital faith built the cathedrals of Europe. But who cares to see a poem of Bryant's, or a statue of Greenough, or a picture of Alston? The people never see them. The mind of the race has taken another direction. Property. He saw in the beginning of the 19th century, when he was like 20-something when he wrote that, he saw the path that we were taking, people. And yes, we have the arts. Yes, we have literature and things in the humanities in the United States today. And we have since grown into some of those things and created our own identities outside of European influence. But I don't think it's become the focus. So much of education today has lost the humanities. It just doesn't pay. Nobody sees value in it anymore. And that's sad. Because the humanities is a study of what it means to be human. And it appeals to the things that we human beings are living for. Just like Robin Williams said in that movie, Dead Poets Society, math, science, engineering, these are all great things that are important to have. But poetry, literature, art, These are the things that we live for. Then we're casting them aside. I think that's sad. And I think it has everything to do with the standard with which we have lowered our education system in this country. Because I guarantee you, we were not writing like this at 16 years old. I wasn't. Maybe you were. So. I really love this 3 Oak Syrian. You guys are awesome. That's my rant for today. Smoking Life is out.